Hello and welcome back to Germany. That's right, we are here in Europe for the next 1 month filming a whole bunch of cars that we don't get in the US, charging infrastructure, and we are kicking it off strong with the Skoda Enyaq IV. This is the ID.4's little big cousin, I don't know. We'll talk about it all. Gonna be driving this car for the first time, really pumped, but I wanted to give you a quick preview of something that is just I'm totally blown away with. This is one of the largest DC fast charging parks I've ever been to. There are 72 high power DC charging plugs, I believe 12 Tesla version 3 superchargers. All of these along the side are 35 kilowatt, sort of low-ish DC power, DC charging power. And then these are all 300 kilowatt units, and they come from the sky on the way down. You run inside to pay like a gas station attendant situation, or you can pay with an app, and it gives you charging curves and everything. We'll have a whole video on this installation at some point. You can see my friend Jonas over here. There's his YouTube channel in the bottom left, Jonas. You should subscribe to him, and he'll join us in the car. He's on the new Aero wheels on his Model 3 over there. And just take a look at this, just insane, 300 kilowatt posts all around, and then all the way down at the end, it's sort of an experimental one that I think can go up to a megawatt, just totally crazy. Geeking out, we're here. Those, by the way, are e-Citaro electric Mercedes buses charging up. And but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the Skoda Enyaq. So, we're going to drive it for the first time. Can't wait to experience this. It sort of seems like a little bit better ID.4. You know how we've been talking about, we've been recently reviewing the BMW i4 M50, and we were like, oh, the grill's pretty bad. What the heck is going on here? Because this is like super gaudy and like lights up. I know you can option it without this. This one is the sport line with every available option. So this thing's about 65,000 euros, which is not cheap and actually more expensive than ID.4. You can spec them differently, but Skoda traditionally has been the value brand compared to Volkswagen until this car came out, and it's a little bit more upmarket, I would say, and certainly priced to match. So built on MEB, it's essentially ID.4's cousin underneath, 82 kilowatt hour battery pack, gross capacity, 77 usable, same as ID.4, has the same drivetrain as ID.4, so it has the, I believe, permanent magnet rear motor, induction front motor made by Magna. Thanks for sponsoring us, Magna. And in this configuration makes 265 horsepower instead of the roughly 295 we get in the US. The Skoda Enyaq also only has a top speed of 160 kilometers per hour, which is roughly 100, which is what ID.4 gets in the US. However, here you can get an ID.4 GTX, am I confusing you yet? Which is the sporty one, and that can do 180 kilometers per hour. Okay, so essentially it's the cheaper brand than Volkswagen, but the car's nicer and more expensive than the Volkswagen. Now that we're all on the same page, I'll take you on a quick tour. It's red, which is actually kind of nice, and I think it looks great, and I actually think it looks way sportier, way more attractive than the ID.4. What kind of tires are we rolling on here? We are on Bridgestone Turanza Ecos. They're the Enlighten extra load configuration. What is the size of them? Can't see the size. It's got to be on here somewhere. Oh, 235, 45, 21. Whoa, big boys. Declare your independence from gas this 4th of July by going to evraffle.org. Chesapeake Climate Action Network Action Fund is running a raffle where you could win a Tesla Model S Plaid or a Tesla Model X Plaid. They're giving $135,000 worth of Tesla credits, so you can spec whatever you want. If you don't want either of those, you could actually choose to win a 2022 Rivian R1T Launch Edition that they've already taken delivery of, so you could totally skip the line. In total, there's 5,500 tickets available. They're $200 each, and I highly recommend you go to evraffle.org to get on the list sooner rather than later, because again, not many tickets are available. Chesapeake Climate Action Network Action Fund is doing a ton to support climate programs here in the US, promoting sustainability and overall doing such great work, and I'm pumped that we're able to partner with them to share this promotion. So head to evraffle.org to hopefully earn your chance to win a Model S or Model X or a Rivian R1T. So let's see if it's staggered. So those were 235s up front, right, Jordan? Yep. And then back here, what are we looking at? 255s, 40 R21. So yep, a little bit of a stagger in the rear, so a little bit wider rear. Come around to the back, the size looks great. Roof rails, sunroof that opens, which is nice. Different than ID.4, which just has the glass roof. It is the Skoda Enyaq. IV means it's their electric one, or plug-in hybrid, I believe. And it's the 80X, which means big battery, all-wheel drive. Wow, this thing looks stellar, especially from the back. These little details and the lights are really nice. Let me show you inside of the trunk. By the way, Jordan, so many people have asked us to review this car.
Wonder why.
I don't know why. It's a car we don't get in the US. We probably won't ever. It's just a brand that doesn't make sense for our market. They'd have to build out new dealer networks and things like that. Nice little charging pouch. So in Europe, you have to carry around your own Type 2 charging cable. Most chargers don't have the cables on them, like in the US for like J1772 charging. Here, some do, but most don't, and you carry around your own level 2 charger. Of course, when you come to a DC fast charging station, those all have the big meaty handles on them like this. A little bit of underfloor trunk storage with some more charging cables, little compartments, very similar to ID.4 actually. Power liftgate. Let's see this power liftgate speed test. Nice. Let me show you the best part about this though, is take a look on the inside. First of all, Alcantara, this is the Sportline trim, so it's a little bit spicy, but come around to these front seats and take a look at just how aggressively sculpted they are. This is how you make an interior look great, I would say. Totally insane. It's got a sort of pebbled leather GTI style on the steering wheel, paddle shifters for what? I don't know. We're gonna have to play around with it. Different stocks where I assume cruise control. Little screen up here as well, which is very interesting. Everything's in German, so I don't understand it. The shifter down there, everything is so different than ID.4, and actually I think is laid out better than the ID.4 out of first glance. I mean, it just looks like the shifter's easy to get to, the steering wheel's really nice, just the little details are lovely. It's more of a normal car. You don't have that weird shifter up on the dash. I'll pop the hood and show you what's under there. Let's see if it gets a front trunk. The ID.4, ID.3 do not. By the way, we've already made tons of videos with ID.3 during our last visit, so we're playing around with more MEB stuff. And nope, no front trunk, but your typical just washer fluid and, you know, open space more or less. It's also not held up by anything. But why would you need it to be? You have a little manual stick here and you're good to go. So that's the outside of this thing. 65 grand seems like quite a bit, but of course this is a maxed out press car, so I imagine it would be a lot less for a reasonable spec. What else should I tell you about it? I like their drivetrain solution by having sort of a 2-motor solution. A permanent magnet rear is the primary axle. I really like MEB because it is rear-driven focus. It's actually kind of a fun car to drive. It is a little bit soft, and you know they've obviously engineered it to be a bit more pedestrian, but I've never driven a non-Volkswagen MEB. That's not true. I've driven the Q4 e-tron, and that was pretty good too. So here we go, third brand that I'm trying out here on this chassis. The front motor is an induction motor that can shut itself off, which is great for efficiency. And these cars are pretty efficient. The big downside to them is now cars like EV6, Ioniq 5 have come out, and those are higher voltage cars, arguably next generation in terms of just overall packaging and engineering of how the cars are put together. This will charge, Jonas, what's the peak charging rate on this thing? 135? 135, so 135 kilowatt peak charging rate, which means it has the new software, which in the US we're gonna get on ID.4. So that matches up, but of course Volkswagen's just had a terrible time getting these cars software updated in the US. So this at least has that new charging profile. Perhaps we'll play around with it and try that out. But with that said, let's get the cameras in the car and go for a quick drive, shall we? Oh, 11 kilowatt AC charging, right?
And it doesn't have the latest software.
Oh, it doesn't have the latest software.
It was the 135 was the peak we had on the charger, so it's more like...
Oh, so 135 on the charger, so this one doesn't have the new stuff in it. What is with Volkswagen and software? Just the entire group needs to get their ass in gear over here and get these cars updated. We will be testing an ID.5 later during our trip that does have the new software because I begged Volkswagen to send us one with the new software. Cool. Well, let's go for a rip. This thing looks great. Sizing-wise, same as ID.4. Jordan, what is your initial impression?
The best looking MEB.
The best looking MEB, even better than ID.3.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like Q4 e-tron more.
Q4 e-tron, more than this?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this more than Q4 e-tron. Yeah, I think this might be the one to have if you live in Europe. Enough waffling. Let's go for a rip. Well, welcome to the inside of the Enyaq IV. This is Jonas.
Hello.
And if you guys don't follow him on YouTube, it's Jonas. How do you say it? I don't. You're so.
In German, it's like Jonas, but it's not a German word. So it's
Yeah.
more like a trademark thing, something like this.
Okay, but we'll have it all linked, of course, in the pinned comment and down below. And so we know there's a lot of German viewers of Out of Spec. So if you're not watching his stuff already, highly recommend it. But you've been driving this for the last couple days.
Yeah, we had it for about 2 weeks now.
What do you think?
I love this car. I think it's the best MEB platform car at the moment.
Really?
Yes.
Even better than Q4?
Even better than Q4, especially in the interior.
Yeah.
So
it's
and
beautiful.
It's nice design. It's a mixture of Q4 and ID.4, I think.
Yeah.
With nice elements and even the kind of carbon thing over here.
Yeah, the carbon's really nice. All these switches are really
Yeah.
nice. Everything feels really premium.
Yeah, it's a nice build, and it's also, you got several trims in here, so you also got a brown version as well.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's more like the ID.4 version. I don't
Right.
know if you get them.
We
in
do
these.
with the
Okay.
brown dash.
Yeah, but you got still the middle center console with nice storage.
Right, none of this weird stuff
Yeah.
going on here. This is cool. So to start it, it's the same as ID.4.
It's the same.
Yeah, so foot on the brake,
Foot on the brake, and then you just go.
and then you just go D.
Do you get the key?
Where?
You get the key?
Yeah, oh, there we go. Okay, just needed to wake itself up. So here we go. Little tiny screen in
Yeah,
there.
it's actually the same as in the
As
ID.4, but
ID.4.
it's far away.
Yeah. And what is all this up here?
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's a design thing because
Okay.
you don't have to see the
the
augmented
head-up
reality
display.
head-up display.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. I
And
think
then
they put it in there.
We have this really nice screen here.
It's the largest one you can get
Okay.
in MEB.
It's larger than the ID.4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really...
And it's larger than the
Huge.
Q4, which is the largest one you can get at Audi at the moment. So it's really the largest one on this platform.
And similar to ID.4, this screen has just got the Skoda skin on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's the same software.
It's the same software, but you get some. Yeah, I don't like it that much. That's pretty a pain point in this
Yeah.
car because the software. You see, there are so many icons. You got like the climate control over there. You got everything and so many stuff, and then you got the climate function over here as well. So there.
and then I don't even know what these words say. What is it? It says please wait, but what is everything
It's
else?
like it doesn't work right now, but I don't know why. I think you should go and drive.
Yeah,
probably,
try it.
Then it works. No, it doesn't.
Oh,
no,
right,
it wakes
here we
up.
go.
And then you get those like smart climate functions, and then you
yes.
get the more classical one. But I can just switch into English if you want to.
Oh yeah, find that one way or another.
Oh, you just connect it to the car.
Yeah, because I'm
Fine.
plugged in here.
Okay, perfectly. So I'll try whether it works. I'm not sure. So I got also all this stuff like gesture control. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it
now
works
here's the
like
CarPlay. Oh, full screen CarPlay though.
full screen CarPlay, and they just switched it a little bit. In the first version, it was like just zoomed in, so
Oh,
it was
okay.
more blurry and it was not this crisp, sharp style. But
Yeah.
I think now it's way better, even
Yeah.
though it's not the best.
Yeah, that's true. But you can get all of your EV data in here too. So
Yeah, you just go to car menu, and then
Yeah.
you get like charging everything, where you can
set the limit.
and
Yeah.
you get your information.
Yeah.
You get your data over here.
So it still
you got, like-
recommends the daily charging limit of 80%.
Yeah, it just says it in there.
Which is this one, charging, and
And
then you can set it. Oh, interesting.
set it
From
up
50
from 50
to
to
100 in 10%
Yes,
increments.
yeah.
You can reduce AC charging, but you can't set the actual
No,
average.
you can just reduce it. Yes.
Yeah. So we're full charged. There's different driving modes too.
Yeah, you can just put them in here. So you
Oh,
got
yeah.
the mode control, and you got those several, and you
Yeah.
got a DCC as well. So it's
Yeah,
more- it's-
dynamic chassis control.
Yeah, Right, you got the sport.
But
normal,
we can
and-
go here, and do we get the dots? Like if we go like this?
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, we could go all the way.
Oh yeah,
and
because it's
full
like
adjust
a
it.
magnetic ride.
Right,
and that's
so
why
we
you
can infinitely variably
Yeah,
control. Like we had ID.3 that we would.
Ah,
like,
okay.
Okay,
Oh,
one
shit.
dot up makes no difference. You can't feel the difference.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. So anyway, I think we'll just start in comfort mode. just to cruise, because again, these are driven by people as daily drivers. But this one's the sport line.
That's a sport line. You
And
got
the seats are crazy.
Yeah, I like them. These are like the sport seats in the Q4.
Yeah.
And the ID.4.
They fit me perfectly, but if I ate one more schnitzel, I would not fit. So there's also a drive and B for Regen.
Yeah, but there's no parking button as well, so you have to always hit the, or you have to.
Oh, you have to
take the
pull
brake.
up on the parking brake every time you want to go in the
there's
park?
no other button.
That's dumb. It should just have a P.
Yeah. I was just the first time we got the car, not this one, another press car, and I was just like, where is the parking position or the parking spot? And you always have to put this one. And yeah, you got B and D, but you have to think about it's like Audi recuperation.
Yep.
So it's like you have the pedals.
Yep.
And you also got automatic one, and you got the B mode. So if you go like drive, you get automatic.
Oh, it'll do auto distance control.
No, it's like a concerning the traffic signs. And
so it regens to other scenarios.
Yes, that's the automatic one, and then you can just like put the pedals, and if you do the left.
Oh, I see. So that was the A.
Yeah, then
you get
3 steps.
Ah, so this is very different than ID.4 then.
Yeah, but it's. I think it's the same as Audi does.
So same as Q4.
Q4, and even the old e-tron, I think it's the same.
Yeah, we own the old e-tron, and we use the paddles all the time, but it doesn't remember to go to full every time we get it.
This doesn't remember. I'm not sure. We have to try it.
Okay.
I actually.
Anyway, so we're on -3. Let's just try it really quick. We go park. We exit the car. Seat up. Right. So the car is off. We get back in. Foot on the brake. Into B, and it's back in auto, and then we got to pull the pedal.
I know. The pedal is just working if you're in D.
Oh.
So if you're in B, it always is like the highest.
So the way around it is just to go to B every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you don't have this one pedal thing as all the MEB does.
So that's the one thing the big e-tron doesn't have, the fat e-tron. Because every time I get into our e-tron, I just do this the whole time.
But isn't it in the US the same? Because in Germany you have to put every time you just hit the gas pedal, you have to do it as well again.
Oh, so no, if you turn off the auto regen,
then it holds.
Then it remembers.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is when we first got it. I remember I reviewed it and I'm like, it stayed. Why is it not staying?
Oh, okay, you have to switch it.
Yeah.
Because I like the automatic function, but I also like to have it in several times. But then it makes sense, yes.
Yeah. So this was annoying for like the first 3 hours, and I was like, oh, let me turn this off, and it remembered to stay. Cool. So let's. I think everything's set. It has a massage on this side.
Yeah, it's just the
lumbar.
one. It's
same as ID.4. But that's a good function.
It's quite okay.
Yeah.
On long trips.
It's nice. So basically it's you'll get some regen off throttle. We're full, so not much. And then as we hit the brake pedal, it will blend into friction brakes.
Yes.
So we'll figure out how all that feels.
In there as well. So
Nice power gauge. And then on the left side we have our distance. And then can you toggle like on the ID.4? Nice.
It's the same.
And then
navigation on the right. Yes.
Right, so same as ID.4.
Yeah. But even though it's not the 3.1 software, you got the temperature. You don't have it in the ID.4, I guess.
Oh, ID.4 temperature shows up here.
Yeah, but you got it over here as well. Over there.
Up top right.
So you don't have it in there, so they just switched it.
That's nice. So a little bit of weird software stuff.
And you just have one slider over here, not the climate control things. You got them on screen. That's an important thing.
But you can click climate as a hard button, similar to ID.4. But that's kind of annoying because in the ID.4 you can adjust climate. Here.
But you can't see it because it's not lined up. And I don't like it.
I know.
So they have to switch this.
Is this lit
having
up?
Just one? No, but having just one slider.
One slider is easy for audio.
Where you have to go. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But then you got to wait for software to boot up to do all this.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, which is kind of annoying. Light controls, rear fog. We don't get that in the U. Oh no, we do get rear fog in the US. All right, let's go for a drive. Auto hold off, and creep pulls us forward. Let's see what creep does. It does 5 kilometers an hour creep. Very nice. And we'll just go for, I don't really know where we're going. Maybe just a stroll through the village and then top speed on the Autobahn.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But so far, if you blindfolded me, I would feel like I'm in ID.4.
Yeah, it's the same. I think it's the same even if you have the Q4 from Audi. It's just if you got the S suspension thing or the S drive unit, then it's a little bit different, but in total it's quite the same.
Yeah, this is really quite nice to be back in an MEB car in Europe. It feels right to be in Germany. To you, you're used to it, but to us, it's like this car makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, it's more like a kind of a family car, I think, especially in Germany or in Europe in total. So you always have the lot of space. You got the glass roof and everything.
It just feels so comfortable. And right now we're in comfort mode, so it has adaptive damper, which we don't get in the US.
Okay.
On any trim of MEB.
Yeah.
Except for Q4, but Q4 hasn't come to America yet. This is cool. So what is this town that we're going into?
I think it's Zussmarshausen, so it's the town where the big charging hub is.
Right, so that's the big charging hub.
Yes.
And we'll just cruise through downtown really quick, and then we'll, I don't know, go top speed.
Don't really call it downtown.
Yeah, it's not that big of a town,
no,
is it?
It's just a little town.
Yeah.
So, but they got the company which built the big charging hub, so they're
well known in the EV community now.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
They
so
said their name.
how did that whole charging park? How long? It's relatively new, right?
Yeah, but it took about, I think, 4 years something to build up.
Oh my goodness!
It took a long time because I think they had problems with the built ground or something like this, so they had to.
A Porsche Cayenne taxi.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? Germany's crazy.
And did you see all the Tesla taxis?
Yes,
Unique?
lots of
That's
Model S
great, yeah.
taxis. But there's also, I guess we'll just make a U-turn here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just go something like this. Not my country. We can kind of have some fun. Good turning radius though, like ID.4.
It's okay, but it's with the all-wheel drive, it's a little bit
Less than the rear-wheel
yeah.
drive. Can you get the Enyaq as just rear-wheel drive?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and it has the same better turning radius then?
Yeah, that's a better one.
Okay.
And at the moment, you only can get the rear-wheel drive because it's not possible to get this one.
Well, so why are you reviewing it if you can't get it?
Because we are thinking about, people can buy it, and at the moment you have to wait 24 months to get an Enyaq in Europe. So why not telling the people what they could get?
This guy's just riding his quad down the road?
Yeah,
That's legal?
that's legal in Germany.
What?
You have to register every car you're driving in Germany, so it doesn't even matter if you're just going on off track or something.
Yeah, so everything has to have
same.
license plates.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's
Even if
great.
you're just going into the woods.
This is a wild place.
With the Enyaq, if you have to wait, 24 months for your car, you even have to thinking about, okay, why shouldn't I wait about, I don't know, 30 months to get the all-wheel drive version?
You're already waiting, may as well get the all-wheel drive. And then what about in the pricing in Germany? Because Ioniq 5 EV6, so much more technically superior.
Yeah.
Are they more expensive?
It depends on the trim. So I think the Ioniq 5 especially starts at about, I think, 35,000 euros, something
Very
like this,
reasonable.
with the small battery and just rear-wheel drive, things like this. But I think if you're just putting further with the all-wheel drive, or even the GT version of the EV6, for example, you can easily go up to 70,000 euros.
So up to this level.
Yeah. It's always same time. I think this one starts at about 30,000 as well. If you go just the the low spec, you have to go. If you want to go on the Autobahn, you should have the gun over there.
Oh, thank you.
You have to turn around.
Yeah, well, turn around. More U-turns. What is the horn like? Oh, same as ID.4. Not good.
It's every time you're thinking about, okay, I should use it. Oh no, I don't.
Oh, so it has the augmented reality head-up display, which is same as ID.3.
Yeah, it's the same as ID.3, ID.4. I think just Audi has a bit of difference in it.
Yep.
But
so we go Munich this way. Yes. I see. Very cool. So we're in sport mode now. So first full throttle. Feels pretty good. Yeah, that's nice. And handling with dynamic chassis. So let's see. Getting it into a corner. Feels nicely balanced, just like every MEB does. Full power, really settles it out.
Yeah, but you just had just one impression when you're just in the corner.
Yeah, but it's de-restricted here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just kind of...
For quite a long time, I think.
Yeah, so we'll leave it in sport mode, and we're full charge. So let's burn some juice at top speed. What is travel assist? What do they call it?
It's on the, you just got the button over there, and you control it with the cerebral stick on the left. No, just go over there. Below your...
Oh, this over here. Interesting. Well,
that's
not
like
interested in that. Let's go full speed. Yeah. So you have turning it on here for travel assist.
Yeah,
but adaptive cruise
over there.
is over
adaptive
here.
Cruise, just normal speed controls, everything over there. But if you want to have travel assist, you have to use the cerebral button. I don't like it this way because you have totally different handling stuff.
Right.
If you want to do it this way.
Oh, it also pushes you if you get close to the line, but it's so sensitive.
Yeah, and it just shows it in the head-up display.
Right, the orange in the display.
Yeah.
So 165.
Yeah, that's
maximum. And we're holding up someone behind us, so we'll get up over here and let the BMW go flying past.
Yeah, we just did the comparison with the. Oh, be careful.
Yeah, we'll slow down for him. It's okay.
We just had the comparison with the iX3.
Yeah.
And I thought, especially if you're just starting at 130,
yeah,
it's way slower than the iX3. I don't know why.
Really?
Because both have about 300 horsepower or something.
Yeah.
Like this, so.
But this seems to perhaps maybe. Oh, look at the old 7 Series going for it. That's great. Yeah. So maybe the BMW is a bit more top end.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
You don't get it from start because and also the BMW has just a rear wheel drive. It's no all-wheel drive, so that's a little bit different as well.
This is funny. Our top speed is exactly as fast as this guy wants to go.
That's the point of 165 in Germany.
Yeah.
It's always a little bit too slow if you want to go a little faster because you always got these situations.
I'm just playing around with the line thing, so it's not strong enough to really push you back in.
No, it's more like, hey, are you there?
Yeah, it's just waking you up, but it still lets you go out.
But if you keep it, it's quite decent.
Yeah. So we'll try. So this one. So can we set it? We can set it at 170.
Yeah.
And so now it's going, and we'll see how far it brakes for this person.
And you can just adjust the distance on top of it.
Right. Okay. I see. So we're at the closest right now. I can see in the augmented reality head-up display coming up, and then we'll see if it accelerates left turn signal. Yeah. Even this way, it does a good job. That's nice.
It also depends on drive mode.
Right, sport mode's more aggressive.
Yeah. If you're in comfort,
it's really lazy. Yeah. But that's the nice thing to have adaptive system aggressiveness based off drive mode. Anyway, I'm going to turn that back off because we want to go quickly. So back to max speed. So quiet. Pretty comfortable, even in sport mode. It just feels nicely built, but it needs another 30 kilometers on the top end.
Yeah, something like this. Or even the 20 more have the 180 like
180
GTX or something like that Germany has.
Yeah, so the ID.4 GTX and ID.5 do 180 kilometers.
Yes, and the Enyaq Coupe RS has 180 as well.
Okay.
So, but I think it's just the RS thing that they wanted to claim it with the top speed a little bit higher.
And is the RS faster than this?
No, it's also 299.
Yeah.
But you can't get this one in RS.
Yeah.
So it's just like this one at 80X.
Is it just a suspension difference then?
No, I don't.
What does the RS do?
The RS, it's just a little bit exterior and.
Okay. So top speed and exterior styling.
And it's more like a packaging thing, like the GTX in Germany, where you get more things included with the base price.
Right.
That's the RS thing as well. But it's just with the Coupe. But I like the Coupe the most of all of them. So like ID.5. Q4 Sportback and also the Enyaq Coupe.
That's the one you like?
Because it doesn't have an attached spoiler or something like this.
Oh, okay.
It's just like a flat.
I haven't seen it, and normally I don't like coupe SUVs, but maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Like I prefer ID.4 over ID.5. What do you think?
ID.4 over ID.5?
Yeah, I like a boxy car.
I don't like the boxy car.
That's great. No, that's good. I think coupe SUVs are so silly.
I think it depends because in case of ID.4, ID.5 even has more trunk capacity.
Right, really?
Yeah.
But it's the same size.
Yeah, it's more like the measurement technique.
I see.
It's just like, I think,
so it doesn't actually have like more space. It's just the way they're measuring.
And if you just put the thing in the back with the top level thing, if you put it away, you even get more on the ID.4. But if the center leveling thing, you just get more on the ID.5.
So, I mean, really, my impressions of this car are if I could line up Q4 e-tron, ID.4, and Skoda Enyaq IV, I would choose this one.
Yeah, that's totally my opinion as well.
Yeah, I think it's the materials are nice visually. It's really great to look at. It's laid out more like a normal car, more logically. The seats in this one are great.
Yeah,
these
I
are the
like
best seats.
And even thinking about the price, if you want to have the same Q4,
Yeah.
you'd pay about 15,000 euros more.
It's not worth 15,000 more.
But this one is more expensive than the ID.4, so you have to decide if
It's
you
worth
want.
it.
Yeah, even though Skoda is in Germany more the budget version of Volkswagen, so that's a hard decision.
Yeah, I understand it's a hard decision, but heated steering wheel, heated seats,
Yes.
cooled seats.
No, just heated,
Just
but
heated.
several options of heating, so
Okay,
three leveling.
three
I'm not sure
heated,
whether you got them in
We do,
ID.4.
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Ah, you don't have this in Q4, it's just F1.
Right,
It's
and
just
now we've
on,
reached
off.
the end of our D
Yes.
restriction.
You have to go here in the evening.
Right, yeah, in the evening you can go flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a couple Stuttgart to Friedensburg runs in like 1 hour
Yeah.
or so, just hammering.
That's nice if you just have free Autobahn. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, can't thank you enough for, this is your press car. So
Yeah.
everyone go and subscribe to your channel. But I really appreciate it because everyone's been asking us to review the Enyaq.
Okay.
And we don't get them in the US, and
Yeah.
Skoda won't respond to our emails. So
Oh, we have to be there.
yeah, so I appreciate it. And honestly, it's the one to have. It's great. It's really a well-built car. All of the intricacies of the brake pedal blending. The pedal feels the same as ID.4, and I've commented on that in other videos. It's not the best brake pedal unless you stand on it, then it feels pretty good. But the response, the chassis really grown up in the corners. No different than ID.4, really, just a different skin.
Yeah.
And it's the skin to have.
Yeah, it's probably the better skin.
I agree. We're back over at Jonas's house, so I wanted to show you a couple more features that I found pretty interesting. This one is optioned to the max, right? So it's got this crystal lighting, which is basically their form of matrix LEDs. So, it'll block out one portion of the road and leave the others lit up. It's not quite available in the US in any car yet, but it's becoming legal. We call it adaptive driving beam. You can see the radar is behind here, which is really interesting. And these sort of light up in this cool fashion. When it lights up, it pulses, which is quite interesting. But Skoda is known for sort of clever packaging and cool ideas. So take a look at this. It has a umbrella holder like a Rolls-Royce right here in the door. How about that? It also has this little trash bin that you can take and open up, and you can clip on pretty much anywhere, which is great. What else does it have that I should show you? Just a really nice interior. This is how you put it in park, which is quite interesting. Yeah, pretty interesting here. A couple more things, of course. There is this little tablet holder that if you don't get the sport seats, can actually go here on the seat, or you can clip it, take a look here, in the middle of the cup holders. Like, all of this is quite innovative, actually, to see things like this. And then over here in the trunk, they even have an ice scraper for your windshield built in. Now, I think most Skodas have them in the gas flap, but they couldn't fit it with the CCS port, so they had to put it right here in the trunk, which is pretty sweet. You can fold the back seats down just like that. Pretty simple, and they do go pretty flat, I will say. And now that we have every luggage out of the back, I can show you a bit more of that underfloor storage. Just a really nice car, I have to say. I do like this quite a bit. And I think it's a little bit better, as we scratch the paint, a little bit better than the ID.4, and probably a better value than the e-tron. Again, I don't expect this to ever come to the US, mostly because we have no brand recognition with Skoda. We have no dealer network. We have no sales network. Oh, another little cubby down here, which is removable. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting car, but yeah, no plans, I think, for them to come to the US. But a lot of you have asked for me to drive it. I've driven it. Drives just like ID.4 all-wheel drive. Maybe slightly less powerful, but honestly, neither of them are that fast, so it doesn't really matter. And yeah, just an awesome little car. So this is a baseline Enyaq, just for reference, and you can see the base LED headlights, this black grille. We're not really sure what this little accent is, and wow, I hope the owner's not nearby. This thing looks terrible compared to the Sportline. So yeah, so really, matters what spec you do here for the Enyaq, but at least it's nice to see them out and about driving around. That's always good. But yeah, Sportline might be a little bit better. Well, thanks for watching another Out of Spec Reviews video. We're in Germany. Subscribe to Jonas. Is that how you say it? I can't say it.
It's Jonas.
Jonas. Well, can't thank you enough for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Plenty of videos coming from Europe. And I think we're actually off to Austria now.
Yeah.
We're on a road trip.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Just without the Enyaq.
yeah, yeah. So let's go hammer down to Austria for a day, and yeah, videos to come. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.